This video and every video on this channel is made possible by your support on patreon.com/616entertainment. I couldn't do this without you, and your contributions keep this channel alive. You can also grab an official shirt over on prowrestlingtees.com/616entertainment. What's up, Dan-Dans? My name is Ian. Welcome to 616Thunder, a very special episode of 616Thunder, and here's why it's special. We usually play a wrestling game together on this show. We're not going to play a wrestling game today. We're going to talk about a wrestling game. An upcoming wrestling game by the name of AEW Fight Forever. If you're anything like me, you are hotly anticipating the eventual release of this title, and we just got a shitload of new details, and I think it's finally enough to talk about, see how we feel about how AEW Fight Forever is shaping up, and kind of get to the bottom of what we know so far. Now, I've said this in the past, and I will reiterate it here. It drives me nuts when some of these channels will get their hands on 2 screenshots, and they will make a 10-minute video about 2 screenshots, basically telling you nothing for 10 minutes. Why is the video 10 minutes long? Because they want to monetize it. How do they get 10 minutes worth of content out of 2 screenshots? They don't. They just say nothing to you for that span of time so that they can continue to cash in on the news cycle. But here's the way I see it. We saw the working box art for AEW Fight Forever, which could be working, could be final, we will find out. Cool, not enough for me to make a video. We got 4 new screenshots. Cool, not enough for me to make a video. Now we've got this teaser with Britt Baker and Tony Schiavone. We've got another look at gameplay. We're seeing mini-games, which we didn't know were going to be in Fight Forever. We've got match type specifications. We've got customization option specifications. This is finally enough to have a conversation about, so let's do it. Let's get to the bottom of it. I'd also like to mention that just about a year ago, I put out a video called 10 must-have features for AEW's video game. Back then, we didn't even know the title of the game. We had no idea what was to come. And I just think it's worth saying, I stand by what I said, that expectations should be low. This is the foundation that everything will be built upon. This is Yuke's first AEW game. Sequels will obviously be deeper, but just right as we're getting into this, I'm already kind of surprised and impressed by how many options there are. If we're looking at these match types that have been revealed, singles, tag team, 3-way, 4-way, ladder matches, casino battle royale, falls count anywhere, unsanctioned, lights out, and exploding barbed wire death matches, I don't know about you, I was not expecting exploding barbed wire death matches in this game. I was not expecting the lights out match, which we're going to see how they handle that. If we're going to get a cutscene of them turning the lights out and then they come back on and Justin Roberts says, now everything's unsanctioned. That would be cool. That would be some really cool attention to detail. I will say, and obviously there could be more, but I think if these other features were there, we would know by now. Is it a bummer to not see Steel Cage on that list? Yes, it is. To me, that's a must-have feature, a steel cage. I did not expect Blood and Guts to be here. It's a big statement match for AEW. It's one of their biggest deals, but 2 rings, 2 cages, I didn't expect that in this first game. But if we don't even have a steel cage match, that is a bummer. I am happy to see that the ladder match will be present. You gotta have a ladder match in a wrestling game in 2022. I mean, come on now. With the inclusion of the exploding barbed wire death match, that has me wondering what the blood effects are going to look like in AEW Fight Forever. If we've got a barbed wire match here, we should be able to bleed from more than just our head. You know, if we get whipped back first into barbed wire, there should be blood on the back. These are just details I'm thinking about. Obviously, we don't know if that's going to be here, but that would be fucking cool. We've seen screenshots of dudes getting slammed on ladders. We have confirmation that a ladder match will be in the game. We've yet to see a table. I don't know about you, but I need breakable tables. It's a must-have. I mentioned it in my old video. It is an absolute must for me that I can slam a son of a bitch through a table. To close out the conversation on match types, I was not expecting to see Stadium Stampede. Nobody should have been expecting that. Keep your expectations low, as I mentioned before. But you gotta hit us with the steel cage, man. I don't care if you have to add it in later, or maybe you just haven't told us about it yet, but we need to be able to jump off that big fucking cage. We've also learned that AEW Fight Forever will feature a career mode, which honestly, I'm a little surprised by this. Now, ideally, do you want a career mode in your wrestling game? Of course you do, but this being the foundation, I was like, we'll see. We will see if it's going to have one, and I guess it does. Now, I'm not going to speculate on what may or may not be here with like a voice-acted cast or like branching paths. We don't fucking know, so I'm not going to pretend I know anything. I'm just like you guys. I'm now going, oh shit, that could be cool. There will also apparently be a wide range of customization modes. We can customize wrestlers' attire and appearances, custom movesets, entrances, teams, arenas. Again, this is another, oh shit, okay, I'll take that. I was not expecting custom arenas to be present in this game. Maybe the sequel, you know? I think it's very cool that we're going to be able to edit existing wrestlers' attires. Apparently, that's what this says. I'm going to just throw out there that the press releases, the early press releases for the TNA game promised a 6 Sides of Steel match, a King of the Mountain match. None of that shit ended up being in the game, so we can't fully believe this stuff yet, but they're saying it's going to be here. But custom arenas, I love custom arenas. I really do. And if this will allow me to go in and make a Rampage set that I think would look cooler than the one that already exists, please let me do that. I love that they brought the graphic on the canvas in for Rampage. It sets it apart. I love a matte graphic for any wrestling show, but I do wish Rampage had different colored ropes to set it apart from the look of Dynamite. Yes, I'm nitpicking, but if you're giving me customization options, I'm going to nitpick to my heart's content. These details also show off online multiplayer and leaderboards. I mean, duh. We knew that would be there. The Britt Baker and Tony Schiavone live action teaser I find very funny. If you watch AEW Dynamite every week, you know that Britt Baker and Tony Schiavone have this friendship, they have this relationship together, and the idea that Britt Baker's hotel room is a fucking mess and there's pizza all over the floor. I don't know what was going on in this room. Britt says it's the video game, but when I play video games and there's pizza in the room, I eat the fucking pizza. I don't throw it all over the floor. Look at the pizza on the floor. They barely even touched it. It doesn't even look like good pizza. Get a good pizza. Maybe if it was good, you wouldn't throw it all over the fucking floor. Now let's talk about the gameplay. We're getting some new footage here of Britt Baker going one-on-one with Adam Cole, and I want to point out the fact that this is the smoothest gameplay we have seen yet. The old stuff we have seen, every time a wrestler would land a strike, everything would stop. There was like a hitch in the motion. I'm showing an example on screen right now. It looks like they have taken that hitch out, which makes everything run a little smoother. From what we can see, this is not going to be photorealistic comparable to the WWE 2K games, which look phenomenal. I played WWE 2K22 on this channel a couple weeks ago. Graphically, it is fucking impressive. There's no doubt about that. And obviously, AEW Fight Forever is not done yet. They claim they're looking for a 2022 release. I will bet anyone $20 that is not going to happen. I'm not trying to be cynical. I'm just saying, I don't think it's happening in 2022. So they still have work to do. They still have time to implement some new things, but I think this is probably what the game we're going to get is going to look like, if we're just being realistic. Aside from a few tweaks here and there, obviously. The fact that Adam Cole and Britt Baker are going at it here in this footage kind of confirms that intergender matches will be possible. We may have known that already, and when I say we, I mean you, because if I knew that, I forgot. But that's an interesting little wrinkle. Oh, fuck, I'm an idiot. The reveal trailer where Chris Jericho looked like he was fucking Donkey Kong with his big-ass stupid hands, which luckily is gone. They've done away with that. It was all pre-rendered to begin with, so there was really nothing to be afraid of there. But they showed Kenny Omega versus Hikaru Shida there. So I did know that, and I did forget. I love how dynamic Aubrey Edwards looks when Britt Baker puts Adam Cole in the lockjaw. She's got the glove on, which I like. Aubrey Edwards is there. She's asking, do you give up? She waves the match off. She says, ring the bell. And now we're getting to look at these weapons. That baseball bat shot is fucking out of control. Putting the garbage can on somebody's head looks a little fucking goofy. Looks a little Three Stooges-ish, but it is what it is. The chair being broken and sticking on a wrestler's head also looks a little fucking goofy. But maybe it'll be fun in the moment. Right now, just looking at it in this early footage, it's like, the fuck is that? Now let's talk about these minigames. We see this dancing deal, which I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I'm not going to pretend to know. Moving on. The barbed wire baseball bat minigame, which apparently wrestlers are becoming baseballs. I don't know, man. I think this looks fun as fuck. This might be a controversial take. I have not looked at anyone's opinions on this footage. So some people might be like, why are there mini games in the AEW game? I think this looks cool. This kind of reminds me of the mini game from MVP Baseball 2005, one of the best baseball games ever, where you're out in batting practice and you're trying to hit lawnmowers. You're trying to hit the ball up these ramps. There's fucking vortexes that'll pull your points away. I think this looks cool. The poker chip mini game where the chips are falling from the sky and everybody's trying to collect as many as possible. This is giving me Mario Party vibes back in the N64 days. Is it going to feel good to play? We don't know until we have it in our hands, but the idea of it works for me. Now this is important. I think it's worth mentioning, I'm motioning down here because I'm watching the footage on my phone as I go along, spoilers. I think it's worth mentioning this right here. When you look at this, it says AEW Fight Forever coming soon. That does not say 2022. Now, they've said ad nauseum, we're looking at 2022. We're aiming for 2022. 2022 was never a confirmed release date. First of all, that's not a date. It's a year. That's a launch window. I don't think this is coming in 2022. I think we might see this spring 2023 earliest. I don't think we're seeing it in 2022, and I think coming soon instead of 2022 under the title splash screen is kind of telling. Now, obviously, this is still just a taste. This is still just a preview. If more big information comes out, we can come back here, we can talk about it, but every time a new screenshot drops, don't expect a video like this. I felt like this was important stuff. I felt like we had enough here to really sink our teeth into, and now I want you to sink your teeth into the comment section. Not literally, that would be fucking weird. Just go down there, tell me what you think about AEW Fight Forever. Tell me what you think about what we've just learned. Do the minigames do anything for you, or are you like, what the fuck is this gonna be? Are you disappointed at the lack of a steel cage match in the match options, but are you blown away by the inclusion of barbed wire deathmatch like I am? There's a lot to talk about here, and I want to know how you are feeling. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier. If I did, maybe I cut it out, but I haven't gone through the comments anywhere. Not on YouTube, not on Reddit, not on Twitter. I have not seen what anybody thinks about this game just yet. So I'm going in totally fresh. These are my thoughts. These are my feelings. If you disagree with me, that's fine. We don't have to line up all the time. Let me know in the comments what you agreed and what you disagreed with. This was fun. I had fun doing this, and you can expect some more special episodes of 616 Thunder coming soon. But until then, I love ya, and I will see you soon. Watch the history of God of War, goddammit.